Every shift worker that I've spoken to has said some version of this same thing. I want to get fit, but my shifts make it impossible. And I get it. I was a police officer for almost 6 years. I'm Josh, and I'm an online fitness coach who specialises in helping shift workers drop body fat, build muscle, and regain their confidence. And in the last 12 months, I've helped over 250 shift workers do just that. Without giving up their favourite foods, without giving up alcohol or shift cakes, and without spending their life in the gym. Just from shift smart structure that actually holds up when the chaos of shift work ensues. I know exactly what a rotating shift pattern does to your energy and your confidence, your social life, and your ability to stick to any sort of routine. But here's what I know now that I didn't know back then. The problem isn't your shifts. The problem is you're trying to fit fitness into a life that's already too busy by following a plan that's not built for you. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to balance fitness and shift work so that you can actually get results that last. The first thing to accept is this: you will never have a consistent weekly training. You will never be able to train at the same time each and every week. So that's the first thing we need to fix. Most fitness programs assume that you can go to the gym 3 to 5 times a week, Monday, Friday, Wednesday, but that doesn't work for you. On a Monday, you might have just come off a 12-hour night shift. On a Wednesday, you might have done an early shift and your energy's through the floor. And on a Friday, you might finally have some time for your social life. You don't want to be training on these days. Your rota doesn't work like the typical 9 to 5 worker, but all is not lost. We can actually work with this rather than against it. And the sooner you do that, the better the results will be. So instead of planning by the day or by the week, plan by your shift schedule. Look at your upcoming 2 weeks, see where your earlies, your lates, your nights are, what days you're likely to be kept on late, and then we can plan your gym sessions and your fitness around this. Choosing rest days, night shifts, where you are afforded more time so that you can actually get things done. And on the days that you lack time, that's when we come up with the shift smart structure to do the bare minimum to get the most results. The key principle here is flexibility over rigidity. A program you can follow 80% of the time every week is better than the one that you follow 100% one week and 40 the next. You need to build in the expectation that things will change. You will be kept on late, you will be offered overtime, and you will actually have plans that you can go out with your friends and family. That's just shift work, and life still goes on. Energy management is the thing that nobody talks about, and it's where most shift workers fall apart. You finish a night shift, you're absolutely exhausted. You had every intention of training today, but your body is running on empty. So you skip it, you then feel guilty about it, and it's a vicious cycle. Here's the reframe though. Not every day should be a training day, and that's by design. When you're genuinely fatigued, post shifts, mid-rotation, sleep deprived, your job is to recover, not to grind. Sleep, eat well, walk, let your body do its thing and actually prioritize that recovery. The sessions that actually build your fitness are the ones that you do when you're fresh. The ones with enough energy to train with intention. A half effort session on 0 sleep doesn't move the needle as much as you being well rested and then coming back the day after. So learn to listen to your body. Rate your energy out of 10 after each shift. 7 or above, you train. 6 and below, you don't do anything. This isn't making excuses. This is intelligent programming, and it was what separates getting results from not getting results. Consistency for shift workers doesn't look like perfection. It looks like showing up more often than you don't. I want to say something that I tell absolutely every client. The goal is never a perfect week. The goal is a good enough week, perfected over time. When I was on the job, there were weeks where my nutrition would be in the toilet, my sleep deprivation would be through the roof. There were weeks where I trained once, there were weeks where I trained 6 times. Both of these weeks were part of the journey. The difference between those who get a transformation and those who don't, remember that this is okay, and as long as you remain consistent, the results will come. The practical tool here though is what I call the anchor habit. One non-negotiable thing that you will do every single day, every single week to get you closer to your goals. It doesn't have to be your gym sessions. It could be going out for a 10-minute walk. It could be doing 5 5-minute walks throughout the day so that you hit your step target. It could be the fact that you're hitting your water and hydration targets. But that one non-negotiable every single day, every single week compounds over time, allowing you to get that result. It keeps you moving even on the weeks when you feel like you've accomplished nothing. You wouldn't miss your doctor's appointment. You wouldn't miss a kid's school play. Your anchor habit gets that same protection. So start showing up for yourself. This is the section that most fitness videos get skipped on. And I arguably think it's the most important one, especially for shift workers. The shift workers that I see that make the biggest transformations aren't the ones who are giving balls to the wall energy every single day. They're the ones who change how they see themselves. There's a version of you that's going to say, I'm a shift worker and I'll never be able to get results. And there's a version of you that says, I'm a shift worker and sometimes I'm awake when other people are sleeping. I have resilience, I have mental toughness, and I am able to succeed. The two identities produce completely different results. The first one fields the reasons why they cannot get a result, and the second one turns up every single week and knows they're getting a result. This isn't toxic positivity. Shift work is hard. Working nights is hard. Trying to meal prep when you're sleep deprived is hard. But the new version of you, the one that's watching this video, the one that you're trying to build, does hard things. And hard things create hard people who get results. Every time you train despite a rough week, every time you hit your protein on a day that you could have easily had a takeaway, every time you choose sleep over scrolling on your phone, you are making more progress than you know about. Balancing fitness and shift work isn't about finding the perfect program. It's about building a system that's flexible enough to work on days when life gets chaotic. Manage your energy intelligently, stay anchored on the hard weeks, and start seeing yourself as somebody who trains even when it's tough. Because that person is already inside of you. You do a hard enough job when it comes to shift work. Do a hard enough job when it comes to focusing on your health. If this video resonated with you, hit subscribe, click the link in my bio or the description for all coaching inquiries, and I'll catch you in the next one.